almost immediately where your characters left off, there is a tense partnership now between Ronald and Alfonz. A ceasefire, if you will, between the two. And what you all hear is the archery contest is now beginning. Last minute entrance, please enter now. So if any of you would like to enter the archery contest, this is your last chance. Otherwise, you will observe they have bows provided.
I'm trying to get kind of chummy with Ronald, and I throw him a little elbow, and I'm like, let's see if lightning strikes twice.
Yeah. You elbow bonk bonk. It's solid.
Yeah.
Ronald, very solid. It's
You injure yourself. I'll check out the...
Was that a yes from both of you?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I was thinking if there's a fee to the archery place.
Yeah, me too.
There is no fee. It is free to enter. It appears to be put on by the rangers of the town of Melt, and it is both a recruitment event. You hear them shouting out, anyone who can beat the famous Rest Rangers of Melt will win a glorious prize. Is you hear this individual shouting. And
I actually would like to... Does Alfonz walk with me to the archery?
does
Yeah. I think he might even participate if it's...
Ooh.
I actually would like to do something.
Okay.
I would like to say to Alfonz, you are a academic. You know that lightning could strike twice, and I push him forward, and I stay back.
Another volunteer! Oh, good sir. What is your name? Good sir.
Alfonz, my good sir.
Alfonz, our fourth entry. Yes, good. Congratulations, Alfonz. And he hands you a bow and like a quiver with 4 arrows in it.
Mm-hmm.
Quiver. I say quiver. It is small.
I kind of observe the bow, and I just kind of like give the string a little pull, just like it's my first time literally holding this object.
The bow.
I walk up and I sort of clap Alfonz on the back and go, I'll join too.
Oh, another entry. Welcome. Good sir. Very good sir. What is your name?
Ilikhal.
Ilikhal the Goliath. All right. This portly individual, well dressed, a little red in the face, either from shouting or from drink potentially. It's a little early though.
It's morning.
It's a festival.
It's almost lunchtime.
Okay.
Adults.
Appears, and they're also wearing there's like it's not like a badge, but it like is some sort of a piece of jewelry that appears it's like a pin, and it appears to be they appear to be some sort of rank of some sort in like it is a mark of something. Actually, no, you would know this, Ilikhal. This is the mirror of Meld. That is the symbol of a mirror. Is this pin? It means he's in charge of the city. Alfonz, you don't know that. Pilot, you also don't know that.
How do I
Alfonz,
spell
you
that?
see
How do I spell that? I
MYR.
That means.
the mirror. They are like the mayor.
Okay.
Mm.
They are the like lowest level government official possible. And mirror are only in towns that are large enough to need some sort of minor oversight by the king's government. The mirror has like minor judiciary power, as well as like he collects the taxes. He can put out quests and things at he can hire people on behalf of the town. But he says, yes, you sir, great. Let me see if we have a bow slightly longer. And he like takes a step over to like this rack of there's bows. I mean, they're fine. And he pulls a longbow that is slightly larger than the others. It is a longer bow, if you will. And he hands it to you, and he hands you as well a quiver with appropriately sized arrows, about 4 arrows as well.
Thank you.
Someone else from the crowd also volunteers. It appears to be one of the 2 younger gentlemen. Not the one who won the obstacle or got as far as the obstacle course. He looks like he's got like a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Looks like he's gonna give it a try. He does look, of the two, the one who got further in the obstacle course was a little thinner, perhaps a little more of a runner or something like a acrobatic type individual. This of the two boys he's a little huskier. Perhaps like he does a little bit more manual labor. You're seeing like the like budding of manhood happening. Like he's got like 14 mustache hairs, and it looks like he does like heavy work either on a farm or some sort of manual labor. Like he's starting to like fill in as a young gentleman would with some sort of muscle. So he says, I'll take part too. And he offers the mirror says, oh, Eric, all right. Eric is trying as well. Congratulations, Eric. Congratulations, Eric. And Eric accepts a bow and he takes his place. So that is ultimately, there are 6 contenders taking place in the archery contest. 2 rangers, 1 older ranger, like a middle-aged person, a little bit of like salt and pepper in the sides of the hair, a younger ranger, perhaps 2 to like 4 years older than Eric, so maybe like 20, maybe just shy of 20 perhaps, and then Alfonz, Ilikhal, and Eric. So that is and then 1 other just guy, like the most common looking person that you can think. It appears to be a stranger visiting a town. He looks like he's not quite wealthy, and he's got like, there's like 1 guy like kind of standing behind him, is like, yeah, you get it, like just really excited for him. Like nobody knows this guy except that other guy. Like they're just on a trip together or something. So there are 6 targets set up. I will have you all make attack rolls. If you are proficient in the bow and the long bow, you may add your proficiency bonus. Otherwise, add your dexterity.
Before we kind of like set up, I gesture over to Ilikhal and I'm like, how about we make this interesting, neighbor?
Ooh.
Winner buys a round of drinks.
I decline.
Oh.
That's
spicy.
what I say.
That's fair.
no,
I am
thank
quite
you.
proficient in these playthings.
Ilikhal, your proficiencies in weapons say simple and martial weapons.
Yeah.
That's all weapons.
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured.
So if you have a 12, it's +1. Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. Okay, and then we have 4 other individuals. From left to right, the eldest ranger draws his bow and he releases it easily. Perfect shot. The second ranger draws his bow, releases, even better shot. Hits the bullseye, but dead center perfect. Right in the center of the bullseye. Second ranger, perfect shot, right on it. Third person in line, Alfonz, you draw back. Great shot. Very great shot. Bullseye. Good. Targets are probably 10 meters out.
Because this is the first time he's ever held a bow.
Yeah, natural, truly. Ilikhal draws. You have to aim down a little bit. Everybody else is aiming like at shoulder level or higher. You actually have to like slightly aim down. If not, it's straight out, but it's a little like you don't have to loft as much. They're pretty close. Like go bullseye, you're good as well. Eric and then the rando both release and miss their targets. Eric like shakes his head, like upset with himself, like he's practiced and just really didn't meet his expectations. He thought he would have at least hit it once. Shakes his head. The rando, like his best friend's like, hey, good try. Like the rando like was obviously pushed into this by his friend. We didn't even hear his name. And you hear, congratulations, archers! Congratulations, archers! To this, we will eliminate these two on the end. Sorry. And then we will push the targets back. Yes, the targets will go back. Yeah, woo! Like, it's exciting. And they push the targets back. It's about another 10 meters. Make another attack roll.
Ooh, no.
Oh no.
Doesn't sound good. I got an 11.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay. As it says, you're ready, draw, fire! And the two rangers let go, and you two let go. Ilikhal, the bow's longer. It's not the right length. It's not a Goliath-sized bow. You used a Goliath-sized bow. It's too long to be a short bow, and too short to be a long bow. So you try. And you hit the target, but you're off the mark. You actually do manage to hit the target. And it sticks in, but it's not anywhere on the bullseye. It is not enough to move forward. Alfonz, you're not strong. You did really good. Maximum effort on the first one, drew the bow perfectly. But effort gets harder with fatigue. And you pull the bow back, and you do manage to crank the arrow all the way back to your face, but your grip does not hold out. And as you're drawing and aiming, you release too early, and not only do you miss the target, you skip across the cobblestones in the square. You release much too early before you even got the bow completely drawn. You're, ooh, like a little bit of crowd noise, like, you hate to see it.
As they say, first time lucky.
And the two individuals, the two rangers, both hit the bullseye. I go, well, folks, I guess no one is winning the prize this year, but who will be the last ranger standing? And the mirror says, we will push the targets back! And people are like, yeah! Push them further back, all the way to the back of the square. And so they push them back one more time. And the two individuals take aim, and they draw. And they both release. Fire. And the two arrows look pretty true. And as you look out, you look down range, essentially. Two arrows hit targets. But one arrow hits the bullseye and one doesn't. And you look back at the two individuals, and you see, like, the younger ranger is looking down range, and he sees a shot, and he looks over, and he notices that the older rangers didn't hit the bullseye. And he gasps, and he jumps in the air, and he just, like, big fist bumps, and he's like, yes! And he's so excited. And you hear the mirror go, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion. Yosin has been defeated for the first time in a decade. Our new champion is, and everybody's like, gah. Stone! And it's like, yeah! And people are really excited. It appears to be the first time Yosin has lost this in a decade. He is, as he turns, you notice that his leather armor is a little bit, like, there's a little bit more to it. He is wearing like a cloak, and the pin holding the cloak appears to be gold, where stones, as he's been introduced, is copper. It is a ranger's emblem. They both have them, while Yosin's is gold, Stone's is copper. And Stone is just like, he looks like he's on top of the world. People are cheering. He's won. He has this. He will go back to the rest this evening, and Yosin will never live it down. But Yosin, he kind of gives like this head shake of like, age is getting to him, I guess. Like, everybody has that point where the young buck or the young lion like makes some sort of proving motion. He's like, sigh to it, like this day has been coming for a little bit, but he really didn't want it to be today. And he looks pretty, he looks fine with it though. Like, he's like, it's about time. I do too much paperwork now and don't spend enough time out in the yard. But he shakes Stone's hand, and they appear to be still cordial. And he's like Stone is like, boss, what happened? And like they're having a chat. He's like, he's like, you've always been a better archer. You just didn't practice enough or something. Like you can tell Stone has been out in the yard.
I look over at Alfonz and I say, well, it looks like someone owes me drinks.
I have acquired quite the thirst.
Great. As you two, do you want to get drinks from Meat and Meat, or do you want to get like fancier drinks from the Steam and Snowflake setups?
If Alfonz is buying, I'm going to the Steam and Snowflake.
Yeah, I will happily go back to the Steam and Snowflake and check in with Molly.
Great. You do see Molly over the Steam and Snowflake. As they are setting up, they appear, they have something interesting. They have like these decanters, and it looks like a fancy chilled wine, but it's not like a red wine. It looks like a very clear white wine, perhaps even like a little green, where white wine is a little closer to gold or yellow. And as you approach, you see Molly, and Molly notices you and says, could I offer you, of course, for a price, a glass of our pear wine? It appears it is pear wine.
That would be great. We will take 3 of the pear wines, please. For my good friends.
Right away, Mr.
And Molly.
Yes?
I waited for word. I did check, and Kosh did not receive word. And I was just wondering if maybe the letter got lost, if you were able to work some time into Nicholas's schedule for me and my friends now, or...
She says,
What's going on?
to mention this yesterday, but you left so quickly. Nicholas Albrecht was my great-grandfather. He's been dead for 50 years.
Well, my condolences. I may have rushed out in my haste.
It's okay. I never met him. I've only seen his painting in the study. She just mentioned my mother, Lara, is here though. She is the current matriarch of the family, if you will. If you would like to speak to her, I'm sure she could tell you some stories about my great-grandfather. Let me get the wine for you. And she exits the conversation pretty quickly. And
I look over at Ilikhal, and I was like, well, that was rather hasty and rude.
You do see her approach a woman who looks very much like her. They both have very pale blonde hair, on the verge of white, despite Molly obviously being of maybe 20, 21. And who you would assume is her mother, not being incredibly old, maybe less than 40. She has kind of like shorter cropped hair, almost in like a bob, not like right shoulder length, I should say. And like Molly is like approaching, she says, like you see her like gesturing, she says whatever, and then who you come to assume is Lara, like kind of waves her off and like kind of says like go get the drinks. And Lara approaches and says, oh, good afternoon. I hear you were inquiring about my grandfather, Nicholas. What can I do for you, sir?
Yes, I was. So the name Argent, it sparked some interest on my end.
Oh.
Would you, by any chance, come from could you tell me a little about Nicholas and what made him come to Melt specifically?
Well, my grandfather was
He's obviously trying to hold something back.
He was broke. He was on his last penny and traveling with a group up into the wilderness who were looking to settle. And as they passed through this area, he noticed the hot springs and said, one day this will be booming. I will stake my claim here now. And with his last pennies in pocket, he staked claim here at the hot springs where the Steam and Snowflake now exists. A year or two later, he managed to have erected a small bathhouse The small bathhouse became an inn. An inn got a stable. The inn expanded. The stable expanded. The bathhouse got nicer. He met my grandmother one day, and they had my mother, and my mother had me. But it seems my grandfather was just smart enough to realize that civilization would be coming this way soon. That appears to be the story of the Argent family.
A very smart business decision then. It must be coincidental. I thank you for your time, and we will take those wines. Thank you so much.
Molly appears with the 3 wines, and as like Molly's giving this to you, you see another young blonde girl, probably about 5, like tugging at Lara's like dress and says, "Mama," and she goes, "Can I go watch the play?" And she seems kind of shy, but Lara looks down and she goes, "Amanda, the play has not begun yet. You know it does not begin until dusk." And she goes, "But I want to see the play now. The 2 queens are my favorite." She goes, "Amanda, we will watch the play at dusk. Until then, you need to behave. You need to be quiet while we work. You are to learn this business just like your elder sister." And she looks up and she goes, "Fine." And you see her like start to like shadow Molly around, just like watching what Molly is doing. And it seems like this is something like Molly is used to. But you get your drinks and you're able to take a seat. They have a few tables. They all seat like 4 to 8. There are a couple tables that seat like just 2 people, like kind of like a tall bar top table. But you sit down and you have your pear wine, and it's really good. It's very fancy. It is fermented. It is alcoholic. Tastes good. Pilot, you don't know. It's beverage.
And how much did this set me back, just for my notes?
So it would be 1 copper shy of a silver.
I drink mine very quickly.
It's very sweet. It might not be to your taste. It is very sweet. It is like a girly, like I say girly drink sweet, but like a very sweetened alcohol sweet.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I still drink it very quickly.
Alfonz is very much enjoying it.
Of course he is. Yeah, and you enjoy it. And as that is happening, it appears that lunch is beginning, and there is a little bit more going on and stuff. The archery contest has happened. It looks like they're setting up for like right at noontime, at high noon. They're setting up this other demonstration, and it appears to be like an octagonal fenced-in area with like weapons. And it says, "The Battle Royale is about to begin." It's the mirror again announcing. He is more red in the face. Perhaps with sun, perhaps he managed to sneak more drink. He does trip on a cobblestone, you notice that, but apparently there's going to be one more combat aspect at noon. So he says, "Now the last participants, if you wish to participate in the Battle Royale, 'tis now."
Ilikhal is down.
Ilikhal is down. Awesome. Ilikhal approaches. "Oh, Sir Ilikhal is wishing to participate. Will he win? He's a big target." And he
Are there perchance quarterstaffs wrapped in padding?
There is something that would function as a quarterstaff.
Let's have some fun. Alfonz does
Literally
step up
any
as
weapon.
well.
Okay. 2 people step up. Ilikhal, what you know is there are things that resemble swords. There are things that resemble staves. There are long and short swords. There's even a couple things that resemble like potentially like daggers, or even like there's like one that looks like nunchucks. Some being dexterity based, obviously some being strength based.
If there's a greatsword, I would like to go for that.
There is something that would be a human greatsword.
Yeah.
It is big. No one is taking it up because it looks pretty heavy. What you do notice as you heft it, Alfonz, you notice this as well. These weapons are padded, but as you touch them, you take your hand away and you notice they're covered in chalk. It looks as if you were to strike someone with them, it would leave a mark. It would leave a chalk mark on them.
As we're entering the arena, I look over at Pilot and I say, "How about you, my new friend?"
I jump from a squat and I just jump up.
You should jump like
Okay.
you. Yes. Is
Yeah.
that okay? What would you like to take as your quote unquote weapons of choice?
Can I sheath a dagger by my side and grab a rapier?
Yes, there is. You can attach. There is an attachment made where you can draw a dagger, and there is a rapier-esque weapon. It is a thinner sword. It looks like it's more dexterity based. All right.
I will take that.
So you'll take your places. So Pilot, Ilikhal, Alfonz. Stay there, and there. And 3 others decide to enter as well. So you hear the rules announced. This is a free-for-all. Whoever gets 3 strikes is out. So if you're hit 3 times, you are out. If you strike someone 3 times, they are out. This will function as a combat, just as a regular combat. Make these attacks with weapons as if they were the real thing, and a hit will be a hit, a miss will be a miss. What you've noticed is the other 3 combatants, again, Rando from the archery contest, whose name is still unknown. One of the rangers, not the young gentleman Stone who won the archery contest, but also not the older gentleman Yosin, just another member of the Ranger Corps. And again, Eric, the larger of the 2 boys, looking like this is a little bit more his thing than archery. And with that, I will need everyone to roll initiative.
Ooh, nat 20, baby.
Ooh. I got a dirty 20.
I have a 17.
And then it's a +2 for initiative, so that's 22.
We got Alfonz, and then we have Ilikhal.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And then we have the Ranger with an 18. Then we have Pilot / Ronald with a 17. Then we have Random Gentleman with a 12. And then we have Eric with a 3. So, Alfonz, you're going first.
Do you want
Let's go to
swap, okay?
Random?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
won't
mind.
attack you, but I can just go first if you want.
Yeah, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go for Rando.
Okay, you're going to cross.
So I got a 22
Okay,
with my
that hits.
greatsword. Yep, I figured. Do I need to roll damage? It
You
just
do
hits,
not
right?
need to roll damage. You take a swing, and Rando puts out his weapon to block. He's holding a short sword with 2 hands. This guy, he also looks very drunk now. He holds out the short sword with 2 hands. You almost baseball bat swing the greatsword at him, and he just buckles and it just swats him on the shoulder. 1 mark, and you hear someone say, "Mark to Mark." Apparently, the guy's name is Mark.
Oh, wow.
Alfonz.
So I'm going to move towards Rando as well.
It's a poor guy.
I mean, I see an opportunity. Well, then, yeah, 13 then, if I go Dex.
Okay, you hit before adding that bonus.
Cool.
You wield your quarterstaff like a wizard does. You wield it as if it is a wizard staff, and you swing it. You're not wielding like a monk wields a quarterstaff. You 2-handed swing. He is so taken aback by the strike from Ilikhal that he kind of reels into the fence a little bit, and you walk up and just give him a good
Bop him.
like real quick. 2 hits to Mark. So he has been hit twice. The Ranger is up next. Has realized that you 2 are kind of ganging up on Mark, and is also very aware of who the largest threat to him is in this arena. And it is not Eric. It is not Mark. It is not Alfonz.
No, it's definitely Alfonz.
It could be Ronald, but this guy. He's a little bit bigger of a ranger. His biggest threat in this ring right now is the person taking up the most space. So he advances on you, Ilikhal. He is actually holding a long sword. As well, he does have what appears to be a dagger at his left hip. But he advances and he takes a swing at you with that. That is a 19 to hit. Does that hit your armor class?
It does.
So he advances pretty quickly. As you finish your strike on him, you feel a little bad. And then you see Alfonz come up at your corner and just give him a quick tap real quick. And as that happens, you see movement out of your periphery. You turn. And as you turn, he just pops one right across just below your breastbone. Just a quick flick of the wrist with the longsword, and it just kind of touches you, and you've been hit once. And it goes, "A mark to Sir Ilikhal!" And the crowd is like, gasp! He got him. What? Who? How? Where? Up next is Pilot.
Or I walk to the ranger.
To the ranger. Okay.
Yes. I very lightly tap his shoulder, and I don't want to hurt him. Like,
With
not with the rapier.
With the rapier. Make an attack roll.
That is an 11.
An 11, you advance a little too gingerly, and you poke with the rapier. You thrust with the rapier, and he steps back just slightly, and it passes between him and Ilikhal, and you retreat back, and he is aware of your presence. You do unfortunately miss, though. Up next is Mark, poor Mark, who is ganged up by Goliath and Alfonz, and then even to his left is the ranger, who appears to be coming to his rescue. He goes, he's just stunned by the swat from Ilikhal, confused by the tap from Alfonz, and just kind of screaming. Like, and he just swipes at you, Alfonz, because you're more on in the path. Like he swipes right-handed at Ilikhal, but you are on his right hand between to some extent.
Right. Okay.
He makes an attack roll. That is a natural 2. So that will not hit you. He is still holding the short sword with 2 hands. Not enough reach to reach you or Ilikhal. It just kind of swooshes past everyone. And then Eric is up. Eric, who has been completely left alone, approaches Pilot from behind and takes a swipe with what he appears to be holding a longsword-esque weapon as well. That is a 12 to hit. Does a 12 hit your armor class?
No.
No. You sense the presence coming up behind you, and as he swings at you, you lethally step out of the way. We're back to the top of the order. Alfonz, would you like to take your place appropriately now?
Yeah, if that's all right.
Yes,
with
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So I will finish. I'll attempt to eliminate Mark. He's posing a threat, and I don't like it.
A quote unquote threat.
Yeah, as much as I am. That's a 22.
That definitely hits. Mark's solid armor class of 11. You swing and you just pop on one more time. It's like 3 hits to Mark. Sorry, Mark, you've been eliminated. And you see him like holding the sword. He goes, "Oh, thank God," because he knows that means Ilikhal isn't going to hit him again. He puts the sword down. He's been eliminated from the combat. He's going to hop out.
Just jump the fence.
Ilikhal, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna go for the ranger and hope that Alfonz doesn't stab me in the back.
Okay, the ranger is directly to your right currently.
All right, I didn't hit him.
Okay, I trust you. You take a big swipe. The ranger is very quick. And he moves out of the way. He understands how to deal with bigger enemies. It is the ranger's turn. He is going to swing back at you.
Nice, lovely.
That is a 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, he swings at you. He ducks, and then he actually goes at your legs, and he hits you on the outside of your calf, and you get a nice little chalk marking along your calf muscle. And it's like, 2 hits to Ilikhal! And people are like, gasp, how? Who? Where? When? And up next is Pilot.
I gonna try to hit the ranger again,
Okay.
and I got a 11 again.
Still misses. Unfortunately, you take a swipe, and he had ducked low to strike Ilikhal in the half, and then he does this incredible maneuver where he presses off of his leg and essentially just like forces himself backwards, and he like kind of slides across the ground a little bit and gets back onto his feet. Up next is Mark. Mark leaves the ring, having been struck 3 times. He looks very happy to not be in the range. And then Eric. Eric is going to take another swing at Pilot. That is another natural 2, another hard miss for Eric. And we're back to the top of the order. Alfonz, will you betray your friend?
No, so I'll move into position to attack the ranger.
Okay. You will move around and you will approach from the other side.
Ooh. That's a 6.
That is not enough. Again,
Yikes.
you swing your staff like a wizard, not like a monk. And so when you talk about telegraphing your movements, you commit to a staff swing. And you
Probably a little scream in there too.
go for it. He is not taken by surprise. And he does not only he kind of steps out of the way and he bats your staff out of the way as it passes. Ilikhal?
So, as a bonus action, I'm going to enter a rage,
You
which
rage it.
has pretty much no benefit to me right now because it really just increases damage in battle. But I'm going to do it anyway because he's
But
getting
you're
mad.
angry. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And attack the ranger.
Okay.
Do you want to know what I got, Noah?
Yeah.
It was a nat 1.
Ooh.
Wow.
I
The
try not to punish
rage.
that one, and I will not in session 1 at least. You enter that rage and you swing so hard. What you didn't notice is that a sawdust has been scattered across the ring, and you step into it really hard, and you swing so hard you actually he ducks your sword, and you swing so hard that you end up spinning completely around, and you face in the incorrect direction.
Surprised that didn't bop me. I'm so close.
Nearly taking off Alfonz's head. I think your instincts kicked in to when you were younger and living with your tribe. You swung at a Goliath, not at a human. So therefore, you cleared all the humans.
That went well.
It is the ranger's turn. He feels a lot less threatened by you with you facing the other direction. He feels very unthreatened by Alfonz. He is going to take a swing at Pilot. That is a 16 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. He swings at you. He is facing Ilikhal. You think that he's going to take a swing at Ilikhal, and he takes one step forward with his left foot and then pivots hard and just catches you right into your shoulder. Is that your first or second, Mark?
This is my first one.
That is your first. It goes, a mark to Ronald! It is your turn, Pilot. You're up.
I go for the ranger again.
Okay.
I guess an 8 doesn't hit.
An 8 does not hit. Again, you swipe at him with the rapier. He does parry it with a heavier weapon, slightly heavier weapon, and it just goes wide.
This ranger is
Eric-
a beast.
Eric,
Yeah,
you're up.
final boss found.
You're really just not rolling well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Eric,
But
the real boss is the dice.
I want to make us feel better.
Eric is going to take his chance. He's going to shoot his shot. He's going to move up beside Pilot and try to hit Ilikhal. Uh-oh. That's a 17.
Yeah, that sure does hit.
Oh, Eric, seeing his chance to be the hometown hero, to impress the ladies, if you will, the only thing that matters to 16-year-old boys, he just steps up and takes a quick swipe while you're facing the wrong direction, and in your rage you don't even notice because you take half damage. It's kind of a tap, and you look down and you look over and you just see this kid, and he's so stunned that it worked, and you hear, the mirror is just red in the face. Sir Ilikhal has been eliminated! And then you hear like people gasp. How? Eric? Oh my god. And you will have to with every ounce of willpower it takes, will leave the octagon momentarily and try not to slug Eric.
All right. Yep.
Alfonz, you're up.
All right. That's a 20.
Against the ranger?
Against the ranger, yeah.
Natural 20 or
No,
total?
16 plus 2 plus 2.
16 plus 2 plus 2 will hit. You take a swipe. The ranger was looking at Eric advance, and he looks, and he's like, he took my, like, it was like, you stole my kill, kind of thing. Like, I was doing that. And as he's like looking, and he like, you see him gesture with his left hand, and he's like, huh? And you just kind of tap him on the shoulder. Ranger, whose name is Christopher. There it is. Christopher has 1 hit. He takes a hit. Next will be Ilikhal. Ilikhal, you will somewhat ungracefully and angrily leave the ring you were eliminated.
I head immediately for the tavern.
You head immediately for the tavern. It is then the ranger's turn. Christopher. He is now facing 2 enemies. Alfonz, you don't have a hit on you, do you?
No, I don't.
So he's managed to hit Pilot once. He's going to immediately turn back and try and catch you off guard. That is a 14 to hit.
I cast Shield.
So as it's coming for you, you realize it's going to hit. As a reaction, you throw up your... are you right hand or left hand dominant?
Right hand.
So you remove your left hand from your quarterstaff, and you hold up in between. You mutter an incantation, and Christopher's longsword stops short, and chalk kind of scatters in front of you. But there is this invisible barrier between you and him, and
Nice.
the crowd goes silent, and everyone is like, "What just happened? Oh my god, what was that? Huh? A wizard." And you look like a wizard, but all kinds of crazy people look like wizards. You're like, an actual wizard. And Christopher is stunned. And then it is Pilot's turn.
Let's go, Pilot.
For the ranger again.
Make this attack with advantage. Because he is taken back by Alfonz's shield.
Natural 20.
That will count as
Nice.
2 hits. Because it is double.
Nice.
In calculating this, you notice that he hits the shield, and it hits, he swung with enough force to where it's like hitting a brick wall. And hitting a brick wall is stunning and surprising, especially when you thought you were going to make contact with flesh. It's something that would give way to some extent. And like you notice in this moment, this is your chance. So you sweep with the rapier, and as you sweep with the rapier, you pull your dagger from your side, and you make contact with the rapier, and then you slice with the dagger, and you leave a mark of chalk across his back where the dagger would have passed. He now has 2 hits on him.
The one time I hit.
Hey, it counts.
And then just to your side, Eric is going to sweep with his sword. Eric rolls less than 10. And he completely misses. Still a child. And we end up back at the top of the order. Alfonz, you have cast shield. You have stunned the crowd. What do you do?
I attack the ranger with a 10.
Does not... You cast shield. He's stunned. 2 hits from Pilot in the back. And you try to bring your staff straight down on top of his head, and he steps to the side, and he looks like he is focused. He's back in the combat.
Damn it.
And it is his turn. It is Christopher's turn. Oh, he has a decision to make. He just got hit twice from behind. He's fairly certain he can hit you. He knows now the threat is at his back. He turns to face Pilot, and he makes a swing at Pilot. That is a natural 4 for a total of 7. He misses. You are also athletic. You dodge quite gracefully, I will add. And it is a miss. Then goes to Pilot.
Go for the ranger again.
Okay.
That is a 12.
That is not enough. You swipe with the rapier again, or the dagger, whichever. And he is engaged. He misses you with the longsword attack, and then instead of what normal fencing would say would be a time to retreat, he actually advances a little bit closer to you, and you are almost chest to chest. And that takes you by surprise, and you kind of fall back and swipe a little wildly and end up missing. Eric is up. Eric is just to your side. He is going to take that shot. Eric's an opportunist. No, he's not. He's going to go for the ranger.
Oh.
Eric knows what's up. He sees somebody with 2 hits. He knows he can eliminate them. He's going to be the hero. He is not the hero. He misses his shot at the ranger. To the top of the order, Alfonz, you are up.
That's a 21 against the ranger.
That is enough.
Nice.
As his back is turned, you just lightly reach out and poke him. And that is the 3rd mark to Christopher. And he, like, from behind, you see his shoulders sag. Like, of course. Of course. And as his next move, he will step out of the way. Pilot, you are up. It is you, Alfonz, and Eric.
I turn to Eric.
Okay, he is in attacking range. You can turn and attack should you wish. You don't even have to move.
And I try to hit him.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
That is a 19.
Nice.
That is more than enough. You swipe out with the rapier and just tap Eric across the midsection. That is 1 mark to Eric. And it's Eric's turn, and he is going to swipe at Alfonz because Alfonz looks like an easier target. That is bad. He misses. He swipes at you. You just kind of step out of the way. Like, this guy, he's barely more than a kid. He's trying so hard, though. Alfonz, you're up.
All right. That is a 23 against Eric, so I'll just turn an attack.
That is absolutely enough. You take that step, and then instead you you sweep with your quarterstaff. Eric attempts to step back out of the way, but doesn't step back enough, and it catches his outstretched leg. It's 2 strikes on Eric.
Nice.
Pilot, you are up.
I will try to swing at the poor kid. And that's an 11.
That is his armor class. You swing and you tap him. You kind of just poke him with the rapier. That is his 3rd hit. Eric is eliminated.
Nice.
The crowd just now kind of coming out of the stun. You hear the mirror go, and Eric is eliminated. He's not like shouting anymore. It's just kind of like matter of fact. They're still a little stunned by the display of magic. Alfonz, you're up. It is you and Pilot.
All right. So I just I kind of gesture towards Pilot, and I'm like, for the fans. Just a cursory like shrug.
I just stare.
Okay. Oh boy, that's a 24. So I'll move and just try to tap Pilot on the shoulder.
That
What
is
did you
enough.
roll?
I just rolled a 20, and then I've got a +2
Yeah,
plus
so
2.
tell us it's
Natural
a nat 20. Yeah,
is important.
Nat 20. Okay, sorry.
Nat 20 is important because it counts as
Because
2,
Pilot's out.
and Pilot has 1 hit.
What the hell? How did
So-
Alfonz just win?
Alfonz the Wizard.
Alfonz is a god.
In the Battle Royale of melee combat, steps up and quickly bop, bop. And Pilot gets a mark on either shoulder. And Pilot, who was kind of confused by the gesturing for the fans, just kind of stood there and just got bop bopped. And then Pilot looked at it and was like, okay. And the crowd stunned. It's like, and Ronald gets 2 hits! Alfonz is the winner! And goes absolutely wild. Out of their stunnedness, the stunned silence erupts and an amazing cheer. The only thing that would have been more surprising is if Mark had won. The mirror approaches and he says, "Congratulations, congratulations!" He hops over the thing and he's kind of like shaking you. He raises your arm in the air like you're the winner. He's kind of shaking you. He does smell a little bit boozy. He's like, your prize, and some portly woman, potentially his wife, approaches and has it's a small chest, and she hands it to him, and he hands it to you. Do you open it?
I do open it.
You open it, and inside you find 3 vials of some sort. They're slightly larger than vials, but not quite like a they're not the size of a teacup. Filled with a red liquid. They are 3 potions of some sort. They appear to all be the same. It says, "For you, the lovely adventurer Alfonz, the prize of the Battle Royale. May it ever come in handy."
Thank you, my good folks of Melt. It has been my honor.
Like a little bit of sparse cheering. You realize that there are 3 health potions. You have seen health potions before. You've read about them as well. They appear to be 3 normal health potions. Fitting for winning the Battle Royale. As is starting to settle down, you hear like everything, like people are like just kind of like starting to talk to them. The crowds are starting to do their thing. They were intrigued, but now they are like, okay, this guy, whatever about it. You hear surprisingly close. And it's midday. And that is not the time to hear a wolf's cry. And you hear 2 more. And into the square, out of seemingly nowhere, 4 wolves run in. One begins to pester some people. Another one just kind of darts through very quickly. Over by they come from the north. 4 run in, and 3 seem to make a pass very quickly. 1 passed the table of the Steam and Snowflake. 1 kind of runs past the caravan and everything, the troop, and 1 just kind of the other 2 kind of just run through the crowd very quickly. 1 of those other 2 being stopped kind of in the center of the crowd. It looks wild and vicious. The 4th wolf ends up getting in the circle of people, and it is here. The other 3 appear to run through very quickly. You do notice, actually make a perception check. All 3 of you make a perception check.
Okay, so nat 20 plus 2 for me.
Oh my god, your
Nat 20
dice are
counts it.
something.
You will notice all of it. The other 2?
17.
17 will notice it. 17 will notice it. We'll notice 1 at least. Pilot, you notice a wolf pass through this area and behind the troops' caravan over to what is your east. As that wolf passes by, people erupt in screams, terror. These are large wolves. Wolves are big. But as it is passing behind the caravan, you notice it scoop with its teeth, and there is a child over there, a young boy. You cannot determine his age, but he's a young boy. The wolf scoops him up in its teeth, and continues running and runs out of the town near where you and Alfonz talked momentarily ago. Ilikhal, what you notice is a wolf passes past everyone in this direction and comes through here, and there's another young boy with 2 middle-aged women, and the wolf barrels into one of them and then also grabs this young boy and runs off with him as well.
In what direction?
In exiting town, east towards the meadery, but
Okay.
It is it is indeterminate. Like once it leaves like your general like immediate sight, it is very confusing
Yeah.
as to where it goes.
Right.
What you notice, Alfonz, with your natural 20 is you see both of those happen, and then in your periphery, you see the third or fourth wolf. There are 4 wolves, 3 other than this one right here. You see them approach to your right, which is west, where the steam and snowflake was, and you see this one wolf as Molly has been watching this battle royale happen, kind of stunned that you, the crazy man who was asking about her great grandfather, won. It snatches in its jowls, does not look to necessarily like it harms her, but it takes Amanda, the youngest
I knew it.
of the Ardent family, and darts, just turns around and darts, and you see Molly notice and scream. But in this moment, I need you all to roll initiative because there is a wolf in the middle of town.
18.
17.
18 and 17, 2 good rolls.
16 for me.
18, 17, 16. All right.
I love this dice.
Yeah, those are something.
18, 17, 16, Ilikhal, Pilot, Alfonz. That's not bad. And then the wolf will take place in that initiative somewhere. Wolf, very scary. Not a winter wolf, to be clear. Winter wolf, very scary. Wolf is going last in the initiative order.
Nice.
The wolf got to come in. That's what the wolf did. Ilikhal, you react first.
So am I within 30 feet of the wolf? Because I'm like outside the tavern area, right?
Near to there, to like dead center. I would say you are probably exactly 30 feet from the wolf.
Okay.
Just enough.
I'm going to run up to the wolf, use my
Okay.
bonus action to enter my second and final rage of the day,
Okay,
and roll an
still
attack.
angry.
Oh boy. I don't like my dice.
Uh-oh. Is that the number? Is that the sad number?
13.
13 is just enough to hit a wolf.
Oh, thank God. So I'm using my great sword.
Okay.
8 damage.
Okay. You step up, you draw your greatsword from your hip, or your back, however you choose to draw your greatsword. I don't know how you equip it.
Probably from my back.
And you take a large swing, and you swipe, and you catch the wolf right across the side. And you take a sweep at it, and it is just enough to hit. The wolf tries to move out of the way, but you do cleave into its side. It looks very, very injured. Up next is Pilot. Pilot,
How
you
far
are
away am I from the wolf?
30 feet away.
I go right up to the wolf and I attack it with my rapier.
Okay.
That is a 16.
A 16 is enough to hit a wolf. How much damage?
That is a 11.
That is
Woof.
enough to kill a wolf at full health.
Oh.
Woof.
But as you react with slightly inhuman ability, with an inhuman calmness, we'll say, you approach, you vault the fenced-in area, which is not, I mean, it's not like a fence. It is meant to be passed. It was meant to just really kind of rope off the area. You approach the wolf and you extend, you draw your rapier from your hip, you extend, and you pierce the wolf right through the heart. Tapow. The wolf dies. And I would have the two of you, not Alfonz, make a perception check.
8.
Not enough.
That's a 14.
Also not enough. You do not notice anything. The wolf dies as a wolf should die
All right.
when you're stabbed. Not that there was anything to notice.
I'm not too far away. Maybe I saw something.
You are too far away to see something this small.
Fair enough.
In fact, even just being next to the wolf, it was incredibly difficult to see. As you two reacted very quickly, you do hear the howls of the wolves. 3 howls to the north of town. Molly is absolutely distraught. She is panicking. You see, like, she's fallen to her knees and is like hands in her head, like sobbing already. Ilikhal, you look back, and the 2 women who were by you, the one who had been knocked to the ground, the other woman is like she's approached her, and she's like she's gone to the ground beside her, and she's like trying to see if she's for injury, but the other woman is like reaching out towards where the other wolf went, and is utterly distraught. And the 3 of you hear Dart and Susie, his wife. You hear them go, Faust, Faust, and they're looking around panicked. And Pilot, you are the one who noticed in that during Alfonz, you noticed as well. You were the one that saw Faust get taken by the 3rd wolf. And there's a wolf dead in the center of town. In addition to that,
If I could, so we heard the wolf howls to the north after we killed that one.
Mhm.
I'd just like to take off in that direction towards the howls, see if I can find them.
they sound very far away.
Okay.
And as you go to take off, the largest ranger who participated in the first archery competition reaches out and grabs you. You know his name to be Yosin, and he like grabs and he says, "1 second, let us collect. We'll go after them in a moment."